Good morning and welcome again to another Making Mondays Matter. I trust that we're all ready for this week. For some of you, today is not just a new day and a new week, but a new experience as you return to your offices and places of work and employment. Some of us, we have not really taken a break. We may have had to adjust. But this is pretty much what I'm speaking about this morning, the adjustments that we have to make and are making as we return to a sense of normality or new norm, as the phrase is being tossed around. And as we return to our offices today, I want for you to recognize and to be prepared as best you can for things to be different. And they will be different. Every time there is any major crisis, coming out on the other side always has a difference. And I've mentioned it before in other sessions. When we came out of 9/11, travel was different and has never been the same since. Since we left the financial crash in 2007, 2008, the financial services and the world of finance has never been the same. And so, as we return to our lives in the sense of employment and work and school in some cases, recognize that things will never be what they used to be. So if you're hoping for that, then I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to release that thought because it will only frustrate you. Just think of our social interactions and you would see that things simply cannot be the same. For those of us who have been in business, especially in the corporate sphere for a while, you know that the common form of greeting when you go into conference rooms, etc., was a firm handshake and a stare straight in the face, that type of thing. These things now are going to be less a part of the daily routine as we seek to keep the physical distances in place. Deliveries, even when you look online, you hear about contactless deliveries now. Drive-throughs are becoming even more prevalent as persons seek to collect things like food, groceries, even hardware, because no more is the physical contact being encouraged. Matter of fact, it's actively being discouraged as we seek to put the brakes on COVID-19. And so, as we look at the new norm, I'm asking that we be as flexible in our minds and our thinking as possible as we seek to come into this new space, this new era, and to make the best of it. So, yes, yesterday is gone. There's no sense in looking back to what was. I know there's still some who look back to the days of travel when you walked into the airport. I remember walking through certain parts of customs to collect friends and to greet friends and just saying hello to the guard and he wave you through. These things don't happen anymore and can't happen anymore. And so as we come into this new post-COVID norm, recognize that there are things that will have to happen. And the better prepared you are for the unexpected mentally, the easier and faster this new change will take place. And this is not the end. You've been hearing the different pundits in the scientific community telling us that there's likely to be another wave of this COVID later on this year or into early next year. So let's be prepared as best we can for the disruption that it has brought to our lives. And the disruption doesn't have to be negative. We just need to look for those opportunities that it provides. And we don't have to look far. The online world has exploded. Whether you're talking about church services for persons attending worship, We've seen an explosion of that on that side. When you're talking about drive-through or online purchases, you've seen an escalation in those simply because you're having persons are having to find new ways of doing what has to be done. So let's be open to the change. Let's look for opportunity to make that change as seamless and as easy as possible. And let's not resist it because there's literally no going back. So until next Monday, continue to embrace the change. Continue to go out and find new and innovative ways to do what has to be done. Continue to be successful, making the best of where you're at. This is David Ince for another Making Mondays Matter. Have a great, great week.